Welcome to DWI, episode 66666. Damn, I said that like 6 times. I got scared. I was getting ready to conjure up.
Floor opened up.
It was like, phones in your piddly aha.
Pounds in your kiddly yahoo.
Right. Welcome to DWI. Welcome to DWI, episode 66. Fellas, we got a lot to get into, a lot to unpack. On the menu today is hip-hop, and hip-hop. Definitely going to talk about the producers of hip-hop. Definitely going to talk about the people that got the credit. We may even talk about the people that didn't deserve the credit. So, fellas, without further ado, let's get straight into it. But before we do that, Wax, we're going to need him to do 3 things.
And what's that? Man?
That's like, share, and subscribe. And Dude, I think you got something to add into it?
Yeah, get in that comment section for us.
Definitely get into the comment section, because what we get into today, we're going to need your help. I got a feeling this is going to be a real good one, fellas. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Tell me where to go. Ooh.
Yo, who is the most overrated producer in history, y'all would say?
Most overrated producer?
Overrated.
I'd probably say Stevie J.
But Stevie J may be underrated.
You think?
He produced a lot of them dope bad boy cuts. That's hard. I don't know.
I'm going Swizz Beats.
Yeah.
Nah, Swiss got some, especially nowadays, Swiss got some good moves. He got a couple good
I
beats,
think
man.
he's the most overrated.
I think he's gotten better.
producer. I mean, but that same Casio sounding horse that I don't know. I think he was overrated. I think X helped his career out a lot.
Right.
Rapping over some of that horse shit with dope lyrics, but the production kind of sucked, in my opinion.
Right. Overrated.
I would before Eclipses, I would have said Pharrell. But I mean, he kind of showed that he still got a little something with him.
Right.
Cause I think back when it was the Neptunes, I think it was more of the other guy that was making all of that shit.
Chad, Hugo.
Yeah, well, what about when they collab with Nori?
I think, like I said, I think most of the Neptunes like that. Because if you listen to his beats now, they don't sound nothing like the Neptunes beats.
Right.
So I think a lot of that was Chad
Okay.
Hugo, his style.
I don't know. I mean, a lot of that could have been him. He just evolved.
Maybe.
Now, I will say this. I don't know about overrated, but I'll tell you the most underrated producer that I think that's in the game right now that don't get enough. JD.
Yeah.
JD is the most underrated producer, man, who don't get enough, you know what I mean, like shine when it comes down to it. I mean, people know about what he's done as far as legacy-wise, but they really don't know as far as how his legacy, you know what I mean, has helped.
He put Atlanta on the map, basically.
Yeah, he did. By himself.
Pretty much.
I didn't understand the fallout between him and Bow Wow. Bow Wow feels like he doesn't owe anything to JD, and I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the reason that you're who you are, man.
Not necessarily.
You don't think? I mean, I ain't saying he created him as far as his musical ability.
I think he put him on
Correct.
to dope beats, but I would give Snoop and them Bow Wow's legacy.
Really? Mm-hmm. Snoop really didn't have nothing to do with it, though, musically. I mean, influential, I'd say yes, because, you know, Snoop Dogg, Bow Wow, like... But as far as
who brought him to the forefront, but JD blew him up, like took him to a whole nother stratosphere.
right,
But
Yeah, I would go with Phil. I when I think of Bow Wow, I don't think of Death Row.
yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that's who I think of. I'm just saying I think Snoop and them put him in position to win,
Right.
And Bow Wow, JD took him into a whole nother.
well, why didn't Snoop sign him? I mean, I think Snoop had the ability to get him at least through the door.
I don't know. You know, he was on Snoop's first album.
Yeah, he was one of them little...
He was
the
all
little,
of those
yeah.
little.
He was all of them?
Well, the boys.
Okay, well...
He was Snoop.
Yeah.
Right.
He was in this video.
My motherfucking hustler.
Mm-hmm.
Right. do you feel? Who do you guys feel like is a underrated producer?
Let me answer this one first. In my opinion, I would probably say KLC.
Yeah.
From No Limit.
Yeah, I think people know who he is and people big him up, but I don't think he's known globally like he should be, probably.
Who would you think is the most underrated producer, Louis?
I think I don't even know if y'all know who it is, but you ever hear of DJ Toomp?
Nope.
Yeah.
DJ Toomp, I think he produced a lot of T.I.'s earlier joints. He was helping produce with Kanye too on I think a second or third album, maybe his third album. So I think DJ Toomp don't get enough love as he's from Atlanta. He don't get as much love as he should.
I'll tell you who I feel like doesn't get enough credit. Mr. David Banner.
Yeah.
He's a bad boy when it comes to those doggone beats, man.
Right.
Like he put where is he from? It starts with an M.
Mississippi.
Mississippi. He put Mississippi MISSISSIPPY. I said why? IPPI on the map. He's a bad boy, man. He's a bad boy.
I think he got a lot of recognition though.
Not the recognition that a lot of these other young producers, like we'll say the guy that does a lot of Yo Gotti's sound and not Young Gotti, but Young Dolph and them. The boy from down south, Zaytoven.
From Atlanta.
I don't know where he's from. I just know that he's up there in the minds of like Twista or not Twista, but Timberland and them guys and whatnot. He's a big name nowadays.
Right.
He kind of fell off though, didn't he?
Who's that?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure he fell out with what's his name?
Who?
Because it was a team. It was him and Southside.
Okay.
And I think they felt like they broke up
they
as
split
a group,
up.
and Zaytoven kind of like.
I was like, what happened? Because Zaytoven was
on
on his
top.
way.
Yeah.
He
That's
was
what I'm
on his way
saying.
to the roof.
I mean, maybe he lost luster for the game because, he sounds like he has a lot of church background. I mean, maybe he's gravitating towards other areas. Who knows? I mean, he could come out with another banger. He might be working on one right now.
Right.
So, I feel like, Mr. David Banner doesn't get enough props because, like I said, guys like Zaytoven that was creaking up in the ranks.
Right.
When you hear about a lot of guys doing big things right now currently, you almost forget about guys like David Banner who made a bunch of critical sounds in hip-hop. You know what I mean? From Lil Wayne to, 8-Ball MJ, or not 8-Ball MJG, but, who's,
Yeah.
Pimp C and Bun B.
I got another one.
Who?
Daz Dillinger.
Ooh, that's a good one. A lot of people didn't know he made that Ambitions of a Rider beat, man, for Tupac.
He made a lot of those death row beats, man. A lot of the ones that we think Dre made, I think Daz made a few of those.
I feel like that's what Tupac was snapping out about, when him and Dre had that little falling out.
Right.
Because a lot of other people made those beats for him, and Dre was getting the credit, you know what I mean? And that was crazy.
DJ Quick being one of them.
Yeah, man. Yeah. DJ Quick is solid.
You know who else is underrated? T-Pain. I know it's crazy that sound. Yeah, as a producer, as an artist too. Because, if y'all remember, back in, 2008 and you couldn't turn the radio on without hearing T-Pain on something.
Collaborating with somebody.
Yeah. And a lot of those he was producing.
He was a good, listen, live at concert, being around being my first concert, it was a dope experience to see him do his thing because dude really got vocals, man.
Right. Yeah.
So to see him, I would agree with you on that.
And then Jay-Z kind of pulled the rug from under him.
What, with the no auto tune?
Yeah, and then it was frowned upon. That ended him kind of in a way. Not ended him, but it ended his run.
Right.
And then right after that, Lil Wayne started doing auto-tune and Future started doing auto-tune, but then for some reason T-Pain's wasn't acceptable anymore.
Exactly.
We're weird
and he's the singer too.
Yeah. We're weird as a consumer base. We're weird.
It's like one person controls the narrative for all of our listening. We ain't listening to that no more.
Right.
Oh, okay, that's yesterday.
Right.
Because there's so many other things that was dope, like how, we're addressing now. As far as production-wise, man. I'm going to tell you another group that doesn't get a lot of credit. Beats by the Pound.
Mm-hmm.
Them brothers, man, as far as...
KLC.
Well, they're not Beats by the Pound, though. That's
KLC was part of Beats by the Pound.
They were, but they weren't the whole...
That's just one guy.
Who, Beats by the Pound?
No, KLC is one guy.
I know.
All right.
But Beats by the Pound was a couple other guys.
Yeah.
There was like two other guys.
Yeah, it was... All right, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no, it's all good. But, yeah, man, I'm saying as far as if you're going to put them together, that's one thing. But, like, let's not forget, KLC was one. Beats by the Pound was a totally different groove, a totally different sound.
Right.
Shit, you figure the Cain and Abel era, young Skullduggery era, like...
That whole No Limit era, man. They was like a factory.
Right.
They was like a whole factory. Shit. Like, the one would do this, and then they was pumping out beats like it wasn't nothing.
Now, do you feel like Timberland's overrated?
Yes and no.
Yeah, it's kind of 50-50. Because, like, he's had some bangers, like...
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I know he did get sued a lot for using, like, a lot of Indian sounds.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't even see that.
But, like, I don't know. I think he was charging astronomical amounts for beats.
But I feel like those was justified because he had certified hits. The stuff that he did with Missy Elliott,
yeah.
Like that was, that Why You All on My Grill to Hot Boys. Like, come on, man. Like, there was a lot of...
Justin Timberlake.
Oh, he made Justin who he was. Justin was dope because he come from NSYNC and he had already made a name. But when him and Timberland collabed up,
right,
it was lights out, man. That was almost like what it was waiting on.
My issue with Timberland is more recent, like with the whole AI stuff. It's like, and we be using the AI stuff, but we're not beat makers, so it's like you should be, for what I believe, he should be kind of protecting his craft, you know what I mean? Yeah, but he's kind of putting the AI out there, and it's like I don't agree with that, as far as for him, because he don't have to do that. You're Timberland.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, but that's basically where my issue with him is more recently. But yeah, back in the day, Timberland was untouchable.
Now, do you feel like, and I'm gonna ask you, Wax, do you feel like our producers from our era, like we'll take Dre being like one of the number one producers from our time, put him up against a producer like Metro Boom? Do you think that there's a like who would have the competitive edge? Is Dre sound dated?
I don't think it sounds dated. But like, are we just talking about Dr. Dre himself or the team?
Not even catalog. I'm saying as far as Dr. Dre versus somebody in the new era. Do you feel like he could be able to keep up?
For sure.
Okay.
I know he could keep up. I mean, like, but like, I think he's too much of a perfectionist to even try to go song for song.
Right.
You know what I mean? It might take him 5 years to make 10 jams that would, where these other guys are putting them out
Left and right.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think he can hold his own.
Nice.
Yeah, I think he could. Even though the last couple projects that he put out they did sound kind of dated, I'm not gonna lie. But I think if he really, but like Wax said, he's a perfectionist. So it takes him a long time to perfect. He wants to hear that sonically, like it has to be perfect for him.
Right.
Like that Snoop, that album he had with Snoop and Dre, the last one, I hated it.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, it was not what I wanted it to be.
What, Snoop's album?
Yeah, Snoop had an album. He just dropped the album last year.
It looked like Trojan colors.
Like
It was produced by, executive produced by Dre, but I really wasn't feeling that album that much.
I think it was dope. I just feel like their combination together has a dated sound.
Right.
Like, had it been somebody else dropping lyrics over those beats, it could have been a different type of, you know what I mean? But who's going to give you that feel other than Snoop Dogg?
Right.
Not to mention it was his album. So that's why I asked you that. If Dre would have a dated sound trying to go against these new guys, man, because hip-hop is a progressive thing, man.
Yeah, it's all about the audience. Like, who the audience be? If he's trying to make songs for young kids, no, he get washed.
Right.
But if if they're making beats for us, then we're gonna gravitate to what we know. You know what I mean? So it would all be the audience and who they're trying to capture on that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Now, it's almost a trivial question that I got, but I'm not going to ask not one thing, Wax, until they do three things.
No, what's that?
That's like, share, and subscribe. And I believe you got something to add to it?
Yeah, get in that comment section.
Okay, my man. Do you feel like drill music is coming to an end?
I think it's not as popular as it is, but there's still, like, trap music out there.
No, drill music.
I mean, drill, yeah, I think it's, like, slowing down, but there's still aspects of drill music in music. You know what I mean?
I mean, and do I feel like it's coming to an end? I don't hear as much or as many new artists coming out. Granted, there's underground artists,
right,
but I don't feel like that they're crossing over to becoming signed artists inside of the industry.
Right.
How about you, dude? Do you feel like that, drill music is coming to a complete screeching halt, or do you feel like that,
I mean, it's definitely died down a little bit. I haven't been hearing too much of it. I'm sure there's still people out there that still rock with it heavy, but I haven't, like you said, I haven't really heard too many, like the Chief Keefs and how they kind of went, how they kind of blew up. I really haven't seen too many coming out that's been blowing up, other than maybe the underground people that we don't know of. But so I guess you gotta say it's kind of slowing down. But hip hop as a whole kind of is.
And the reason why I'm asking it is, do you guys feel like it's because of these indictments that's been happening in hip hop, like with the young guy, Lil Durk,
right?
Because Lil Durk's been going off the scene for a couple of years now.
I don't know. I think people's tastes sometimes just change.
Yeah.
We're fickle as a hip hop community. Like, we're on to the next.
Plus, I didn't mean to cut you off, dude. I think it's merging.
Huh?
I think it's merging from drill and trap together. You know what I mean? Because, like, there are still drill rappers out there, but they're rapping over trap beats. They're rapping about killing and selling dope, and you know what I mean?
I mean, that's been a thing since the beginning of hip-hop. But what I'm saying is they had specific, lanes as far as what they wanted to talk about in their music. I feel like being that culture is somewhat coming to a halt because of a lot of the indictments that's happening in the hip-hop community.
So they're not telling on themselves as much.
Correct.
Right. Yeah. But
So
I mean, like,
now what is there to talk about?
Killing and selling drugs.
I know, but I mean, that was a huge phenomenon for, a year or so ago.
Yeah. I mean, that's what the record labels were pushing at the time, like how they did female rap. Like, that was keeping hip-hop afloat for a year.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now look at it.
Right.
Yeah, because, I mean, like, other than, we can talk about that J. Cole album. Other than that, like, there's not really been much momentum, in hip hop for a while. Other than, I know the Clips last year and Nas and Kendrick Lamar a couple years ago, but
let's break it down.
But that's just like one here.
Correct. So look at what's happened to hip hop. Look what's happened to hip hop. Kendrick Lamar and Drake had that beef. Where the hell is Drake at? I haven't heard a solidified album from Drake since any of that stuff has happened. Kendrick had an album, it went straight to the top, got a bunch of Grammys, and now he's chilling.
Right.
Anybody else that had anything to do with hip hop is still making music. Nas, the Clips, all of the older guys our age. We're satisfied. We're happy, but that's not pushing any Billboard numbers.
Right.
They're doing that for the love of hip hop. So now, Tory Lanez is in jail. Where the hell is everybody at?
Yeah.
I will say this. There's a lot of artists that we don't know of because we don't want to pay attention to.
Right.
That's making a killing off of, like,
independent streams and shit.
And independent shows and, you know what I mean? Club appearances and stuff like that. But it's not even in our realm because it's not what we choose to listen to.
Right.
You know what I mean? But they're still getting it. It's just not put on a forefront to where everybody is listening to it.
Right.
So it's weird right now, but I kind of wanted to fold so we could rebuild it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I know they said Bobby Shmurda had collab with somebody. I want to say the Baby maybe, and they had remade an older song, and they're doing their thing. But when I look at hip hop as a whole, it feels like Wax said, it's becoming. It was destroyed at one point.
I mean, the Baby just dropped the album last week, and no one said a word about it.
Wow.
He just dropped the whole album. I didn't even listen to it. I was like, I saw it on there and was like, I'll watch YouTube.
Right. Like, is it because he's canceled, do you think?
I mean, I was never a huge Baby fanatic anyway. So, I probably would have clicked on it before. Yeah. But now, not because he's canceled, though. Just because.
You don't want to attach to him. He's like, they're going to cancel me if I listen to it.
I could care less about any of that. But like I said, I was just never a fanatic of him in the first place. Because when he first came out, he was dope, but then his style
didn't progress.
Yeah, it's just the same. It was just the same. He never progressed. It was the same cadence every track. You know what I mean? So it was like, that's just my opinion. I'm sure people still rock with him.
Yeah, I'm one of those people. But the sad thing is, I didn't click on his music either. Like I
didn't even know he had one.
Like I like that song, Letter to the YNs or something. I like that, but I knew he had a new album out, and I didn't even click on it. And I don't know if it's not because he got canceled or said some foul shit. Right. It's just not I don't know. He had a nice little surge, and then it simmered out, I guess.
No disrespect to the young guys or the new people that's coming out, but I feel like the reason why a lot of consumers feel that way is because there's no range. And by range, I mean let's think about the people that we, had grown up to love as far as our hip hop artists, our favorite rappers, whoever it may be. These guys and females have had a moment to where we've seen the versatility. We've seen them rap slow. We've seen them rap fast. We've seen them rap about political topics. We've seen them rap about black history. We've seen them rap about black rights. Mm-hmm. We've seen them rap about world rights. It's not all geared towards black folks, but hip-hop was one of those things that was, made by the people of the streets, which just happened to be African Americans, Hispanics, and the others. Right. The have-nots, if you will. So that's where it was geared towards. That's, the people that supported the movement. So I'm going to speak and specify for that. Not only that, I'm a black man. So I have to, I can only speak as a black man. I don't know how it feels to be anything else. So hip-hop needs a range of emotion. And when you only show one range or one side, or you only got that same bubbly, like there's no, you understand?
Versatility. It's just the same. Correct. The same track over and over and over again.
It's like, man, this is same old hat.
There's no substance either.
Correct.
Right? Because, I understand you want to make, party songs and stuff, and very rarely does those songs actually stay around for a long period of time. Right. You know what I mean? It might give you, a nostalgic feeling, but, they're really not saying anything. That's why when we break music down, we can go back to, some old Andre 3000 verses, some old Jay-Z or Nas, and there's still substance that is happening today. There's still stuff that they were talking about in 1994 that's happening today.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Case in point, Ludacris. Mm-hmm. Ludacris really was never talking about nothing. His music was dope in his time, but it didn't, what's it called?
Resonate.
Not resonate, but it doesn't stand the test of time. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because when's the last time you went and put an old Luda song on? Not saying that Luda wasn't dope and whatever, and he had bars, but you don't put. I don't.
It don't stick to your red.
Yeah, I don't really go back and put no Luda on or go back and listen to his old albums and shit. No disrespect to Luda.
No, not at all. I mean, Luda was definitely a dope lyricist, but at the same time, there was only that
moment.
It felt like
it was for the moment.
Almost filler moments. It was created of a bunch of filler moments, a bunch of good times.
I.e. Nelly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He ruled the airwaves for a while, but go put some of his old. I mean, not. Don't get me wrong. there are still songs that we could put on today, and you know what I mean. But like, it was kind of all filler.
It has to be at the right, like if you're at a party or something, you could put some Nelly on at like a, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm not even gonna lie, I was with my girl listening to that.
That's what I'm saying.
With my boo.
But like when you in the car, you ain't put no Nelly on.
Never.
Bobbing to
I've
it.
never said, Siri, put on Nelly, and she was like, playing down, down, big. Like, yeah, you're right.
So I mean, it was like that back then, but we had variety. We still had others. Now it's all that.
I've seen myself put a Tribe Called Quest on before I put Nelly on.
That's exactly what I mean.
And Tribe Called Quest is
what I mean.
20 years, almost 30 years in the making.
I'm about to say at least 30.
Yeah, 30.
Because 20 years was 2000.
Wow, you're right.
Right.
So, you know, we're looking at it on
26 years was 2000.
We're looking at it on a scale of, like, you know, we always say the substance, the nourishment, if you will. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many artists that you can go back and just say one-hit wonders. Craig Mack, what was his second biggest song other than Flavor in Your Ear? And that was probably it was supposed to be one of the hugest, you know, the biggest artists on Bad Boys at the time. But then when you think about the second biggest artist who became the face of Bad Boy, you think about Juicy, you think about Warning, you think about One More Time or One More Chance, you think about Kicking the Door, you think about Party and Bullshit.
10 Crack Commandments.
Come on, man.
It's night and day.
Right.
It's night and day.
And Craig Mack at the time was the biggest thing on Bad Boy.
Right. Yep.
So it's no disrespect to these guys, but we all knew who the damn David Ruffin of the group was.
Yeah.
So, you know, let's not get it twisted. Let's not, you know, say, okay, well, you know, rap is rap and just categorize it like that and just push it to the corner. There's so many levels and layers to this thing we call hip-hop.
Which is why, you know, I mean, when we were talking last week, we were talking about J. Cole, which is why I respect J. Cole. Because he still has, he has substance in his flow. Like, he talks about a whole bunch of different things, you know what I mean? So that can stick to, that you can sit back and listen to 2 years later, 5 years later, and be like, you know what I mean?
But that's why guys like that should never get into a pushing and shoving match.
He probably shouldn't have. That's what
Stay in your own lane.
Which is why he bowed out.
Yeah, but at the same time, when you're considering to be this, that, and the other to a crowd of individuals, we expect you to show up when it's time. We come from the show and prove city.
All right.
You know, we grew up having to do that. So my mind state is always that. If I say that I'm this person, I got to show you that I'm that person. Why? Because I said I am. It's not so you wouldn't believe that I'm not. It's because I said that I am. Mm-hmm. So when he doesn't become the epitome of who he says he is, then everything that you say at that point almost becomes questionable. And now you have an asterisk by your name, and there's a big-ass question mark above it like, damn. Because had you handled it and lost, we could at least...
That ain't how it works, though.
It is.
If you handle it and lose, the way that thing goes down, we're not even talking about J. Cole anymore.
But at the same time, Drake did the same thing. He was on there.
And you just asked, where's Drake?
Yeah, but he lost, so I can't say that Drake wasn't about his business because he went out there on the battlefield, but he lost.
And what happened?
He lost.
You ain't heard his name yet, right?
But I can't say that Drake bitched up either.
No.
And as much as credit as I don't want to give him, I can't say that he did.
But he did because he started suing. That's kind of bitching up.
That's worse than bitching up.
Yeah, I'm where you're at, Wax. That's different. You cried and peed at that time.
Right. I will say this. Drake is not from the States, right? Meaning he didn't grow up amongst half of the shit that we go through every day.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So his outlook is wanting to be down with us and acting like he's down with us, but he has no idea what this fucking pain and struggling feels like.
Right.
You know what I mean? So to portray that and then get called out on that is like, you're a sucker MC.
But you had to stand on it, and he stood on it.
He had no other choice but to stand on it because
he could have tucked his tail and ran like J. Cole did. That's what he could have did.
I wouldn't say he tucked his tail and ran.
What would you call it?
He bowed out gracefully and then apologized. But like I think he knew where it was headed.
And I understand that, but either way, you can't claim to be this, that, and the other. Meaning, if you're going to man up, okay, let's just say if he wouldn't have been claiming to be all of those people, and then he did this.
What did he? Hold on, we got to clarify what he claimed.
He claimed to be the best rapper in hip hop,
as all of them do.
So at that point, now it's time to prove that this is what I am. Like Tupac, when he was saying it, he died over it. Nah, I didn't want these guys to die over it.
So you wasn't cold.
I didn't want these
put
guys
it on the line enough to die.
That's how much he meant that shit.
And ruin his entire mental health.
Let me finish, bro.
Go ahead, go for it.
So, with Cole, if he was stating that that's what he was, he had to prove that to the whole world. At that point, he becomes who he says he is, just like Kendrick did. Nobody died over that beef, but I said Pac was willing to take it to that extreme. So now, let's fast forward at 30 years. You have the same type of beef, but they keep it inside of hip-hop, keep it on wax. J. Cole could have easily stayed in there, found him a couple dope-ass beats and started sauteing people. I told you not to fuck with me. I told you I didn't want in this, but you want me to be in it anyway, so I'm going to roast your ass. You can't be mad at me after this is over because I told y'all to leave me alone. Boom. And he could have handled it that way, but he didn't.
Let me ask you this real quick. Who was the top 3 rappers at the time?
Them 3.
Okay, so in all actuality, he was one of the best rappers.
Okay, so at that point...
Right or wrong, though?
But was he stating... Right,
okay.
But he was also stating that, too. It wasn't me saying that.
But it was a collective of
everybody
who listened.
2 stayed, and they went at it, and the other one was like, I'm going to meet you on the other side.
Let me ask you this, though. Even though Drake lost, was he one of the best hip-hop artists of our...
Yes, he
generation.
Was. As far as the numbers is concerned,
so,
yes.
I mean, he got tore up in the beef, but you can't take that away from him.
And that's what I was saying at the beginning. I wouldn't. I more or less give him kudos because he did that.
But you're trying to take everything that J. Cole did just because. Yes,
I'm not taking it away from him. I'm just not giving it to him. I'm not taking away what he did from hip hop. I'm not doing that. That only means that you moved up to this point and you can't go no further because at this point, this is where you failed to prove yourself. So now you can't go any further.
I think he can go as far as his pen takes him.
I'm not saying that he can as far as hip hop wise, but the believability factor of it for certain people, they're not going to believe it. Therefore, like, they're not going to listen to it. Like, I don't know, nigga, man. You ran from the beef, man. I really can't listen to that. We'll let you guys be the judge.
That's how the perception is. I mean, probably with a few people, but not with me. I think he knew exactly what it was going to be detrimental either way.
And I respect the fact that y'all feel that way.
Let me also just say he shot the first shot and then tried to take the bullet back, which didn't look good. But
that's what I mean, bro.
He still shot the first shot, though.
But at that point, if you're shooting the first shot, now at this point, when you say that you don't want to do anything, that's like me smacking the shit out of somebody and then hide my hands and being like, I know. Not even apologizing, acting like I didn't do it, and then saying, listen, I know what this could turn into. Like, you just smacked that motherfucker, man.
He also apologize, is what I'm saying.
But you can't do that. Sometimes you can't take that back. Tap, tap, no trade back. Sometimes you can't take that hit back.
Did Kendrick send anything his way after that, though?
No, because he knew that he didn't want nothing to do with it. They left him out of it. They, all right, well, I guess it's between me and you now. When it could have been a 3 type of deal, and then they could have slugged it out. That would have been more fun to watch. One-on-one, me and Duve getting into it ain't no fun unless you and Duve is against me. That's just how it is, because at that point it's his opinion versus mine.
But it doesn't look like it's 1-on-1. It looks like it's 2-on-1, and then you add Rick Ross and everybody else.
Man,
and
Rick Ross tried to get into that beef.
Everybody tried to get into that beef.
Nobody, like, they made jams, and they wasn't letting them into the beef. Hip-hop itself is so dope that they didn't allow Rick Ross or nobody else that was spectating to get into that beef.
Because it looked like they were jumping that Canadian.
It did look like that, and that's what was happening. And I dig it, Wax, but can you feel me on that?
Why are you screaming?
That nigga wants blood.
Nah,
Wants
he wants
blood.
J. Cole out of here, man. And it's not going to happen.
I ain't saying that I want him out of
Because
here.
that album was dope. His new album was dope.
I want y'all to just go get a room with him and go to his listening party and have a personal listening party.
Well, you do that with Drake since
I
you love him
ain't
so
giving
much.
him shit because I just said I respect him a little bit
He
more
took
from
that-
it. He still got almond roasted because I picked Kendrick from the rip.
You respect me more and he sued.
Yeah.
No,
He
no.
got his ass
I
chewed
respect
up and
him.
then
I
sued.
respect him for going against
He gets
him.
no respect.
I don't respect him for what he did after.
He owes respect.
Right.
Like, he
He's
owes
red.
us. Yeah, like,
Look.
he's out of the picture.
Bottom line, y'all motherfuckers go get some.
Basically, J. Cole as a man, we're grown men. Like, you know what I mean? It's not that big of a deal to fucking apologize.
Go get a room, nigga.
Nah,
That's your excuse for
yeah.
losing an argument. Go
I
get a
didn't
room.
lose an argument.
Well, then stop saying go get a room and hit me with some facts or something.
The facts are, you keep justifying a nigga that lost.
He didn't lose because he
Yeah,
didn't
he
fight.
did. He lost because he did the
Drake-
first blow,
Drake
and then
lost.
he bowed the fuck out.
He
Like,
bowed out. That's not
I
a
will
loss.
see you tomorrow. Like, no, nigga, don't throw nothing. Don't do nothing. Bruh, that's like shooting somebody and then not wanting the war that comes with the shot. No, nigga, we getting ready to tear your head off.
I'm just saying.
No,
there
he
wasn't
gets
a
no
war.
passes.
There wasn't a war, though.
No,
there
because
wasn't
at the
even
same
any
time, they
shot
didn't.
backs.
They
There
couldn't.
wasn't even.
You know
Kendrick
why?
didn't
You
even
know
shoot
why?
because he understood.
Because we didn't know where the
I'm a
shot
grown
come
man.
from.
I'm a grown
We
man.
didn't
too.
know where the shot
I'm
came
a grown
from.
man too, and I can respect it.
Well, did they handle it like kids? Kendrick and Drake?
No,
Wait, no, I thought we was talking about Cole, but
I said who.
Kendrick and Drake handled it the way that they handled it.
There
Like,
you go. But y'all's acting like the man approach was to bow out. No, the man approach is to never get involved in it.
That's true.
So-
but after you get involved in it, the man approach is to say, you know what?
I made a mistake.
Don't
I made
you-
a mistake.
But don't you know, dude? Once you get in, you can't get out.
But
This
he
ain't the
obviously
mom.
Once
did.
you're in, you're in.
Like, this ain't
that
the
didn't
mom.
work like that.
Once you're in, stop smiling at me, you piece of shit. I was supposed to keep the vibrato going on for the fans. You see this, y'all? Did y'all see this bullshit? This motherfucker wouldn't let me keep my motherfucking. All my mystique is gone now.
Once you're in, you're in.
Yeah, like it's the mom.
Like,
Like
jumped
niggas
into the
is pricking
rap
each
game.
other's fingers. Like, there ain't no turning back now.
Yeah,
No,
man.
man.
Y'all see what they do out there in Hollywood? These motherfuckers is some damn goat
Like I
herders.
said, if it was some good if it was all about lyrics and all of that, then maybe he would have stayed in. But he probably got the word like, yo, this shit is above your head. This is
not about
we're talking
you.
about
Man,
UMG and
We getting ready to tear. Well, listen, anybody involved, we getting ready to fuck y'all up. So if
about
you're a
to say-
bitch, go lay down. He was like, I'm about to go lay down,
You have
y'all.
the
I
same
love everybody.
disdain for Nas and Jay-Z?
No, because them niggas went at it and they didn't stop. They was talking about all
No,
of that
I'm
shit.
talking about with Pac.
What?
Did Nas or Jay-Z go at Pac after he mentioned their name?
They knew better.
but you still respect them.
Yeah.
I do respect them
All right.
because
Well, there you
Tupac
go.
came at Nas,
Thank
man
you.
to
You
man.
see-
Tupac came at.
you can't-
Can I finish?
you
see
Can
where
I
I was
land
going
this?
with that.
Yeah,
Can
you're
I
right.
land
Yeah,
this?
you can't-
Can I land this?
Go ahead and
Can I
crash-
land this?
crash and
Can I
burn.
land this?
Go ahead.
Can I land this? Can I land this? Can I land? Listen, when Tupac and Nas met in New York, and I said that with my accent, hold on. When they met in New York, Nas and Tupac met, and Tupac said, listen, I'm about to drop an album. If you fuck with me and you ride with me like you said you do, you're not going to respond to it. That's some gangster shit right there. That's some G shit right there, because that is at the point where, nigga, I respect you to that point that I'm not going to say it. But that doesn't mean moving forward, if you stay alive, that I'm not going to say something about you. And if I come to you with those same terms, I want you to give me that same type of respect. And I can guarantee that that's how that
You
shit
can
went down.
polish that turd any way you want.
Anyway.
Whatever, my
He
nigga.
didn't go at
Nigga,
it.
I'm a Tupac fan. He lives, you know what I mean?
We see.
What?
But you're supposed to be a Nas. If you're a Nas fan too, but you can't act like.
Tupac and Nas didn't hate each other
Well, why did Tupac go at him then?
because that's what he did. He wanted to be live like me.
And then why didn't Nas?
Yeah, that's why he went at him. He
Why-
biting my style.
Why do you still respect Nas though?
Because
He
they
didn't
went
say
at
shit.
it man to man. Now Jay-Z, y'all, why didn't y'all bring up
how
Jigga
do
to
you,
me?
how do you know Cole and Kendrick didn't say nothing man to man to each other.
It wasn't about saying something man to man.
But I thought it was about saying man to man.
No.
You just
It
said
was about the. Y'all can't rearrange time.
No,
that's what you're doing.
No, I'm
you're
not.
like,
have I rearranged time, y'all? All I'm saying is that J. Cole threw the first shot. Tupac and them, they had an understanding. Nas didn't throw the first shot. Pac went to him and told him this was about to happen. J. Cole did the shit and didn't say nothing. So no, that doesn't fall under the same jurisdiction. No. That nigga was wrong, and he got fucking exiled over there to that island of the misfit, the lost and misfit toys. That's where he's at right now, sir. We don't believe you.
Who's there?
J. Cole. We don't now. Anything that you're saying, it could be dope as fuck. But if you talk about sauteing and filleting and flambéing motherfuckers,
so the only motherfucker out here that's actually saying something, you just dismiss him,
bruh.
He's the last of a dying breed.
Can
He's
I
the
say
last.
this?
He's the last one.
I don't dismiss him. I'm just saying you have that lane to stand that you in right now. The moment that you start doing this and bouncing and going outside of that lane and start talking that shit that we know and love as hip hop beef, that means that I'm gonna do this. You can't do that. You remember what happened last time. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, y'all. That's all I'm saying. Because you can't do that shit. You can't fucking throw rocks then hide your hands. Because at this point, J. Cole, slowly but surely, is turning into a Karen.
Yeah. All right.
But you got more respect for an actual Karen.
Yeah.
No, he is a Karen.
No.
Listen, I respect him for the beef part. I don't respect him for what he did after the fact. I respect him for going against that giant, getting beat the fuck up, and still going against the giant.
He was the giant.
Right.
Nah.
Yes, he was.
I wouldn't say that. I feel like they was both. I feel like they was both.
He's the giant.
If you want to, you can say that, but
he was Goliath, Phil.
But we all know that he couldn't keep up with him lyrically, man. That's all I'm saying.
Listen.
You're going against a lyrical giant. Kendrick Lamar would roast both of those niggas lyrically. Let's not forget that shit. Let's not forget that shit.
I don't agree with that.
Kendrick will roast them niggas.
I don't agree with that because I think all of us had J. Cole.
Not lyrically. Bars, yes.
That's lit.
No, bars and lyrics different. How you put bars together, Tupac had better bars than Biggie. Lyrically, though,
you're just saying
Biggie
words.
was dope.
You're just saying
y'all
words.
Know what I mean out there. Come on, man.
Lyrics
this
and
hip hop
bars.
shit, we ain't going there with me.
And bars is two different things.
Bruh, they are two different things. They are.
What do you write bars with?
Lyrics. But it's all on the cadence. It's all on a lot of different things. Tupac could say some shit, I'm getting orange juice, like something like that, and make it sound dope as fuck. To where Biggie,
I'm more like my
here
mother.
You go. You up here disturbing Tupac's death, talking shit on the dead man.
Anything.
You ain't right, man.
I'm not disturbing anything.
You ain't right.
Did he say it or didn't he?
No, you just ain't right. I'm just telling you.
Was he an actor?
You're not right.
He's like, I am an actor.
Let's not forget about what Biggie said. How good that girl looked. What he do to her praying father. Let's not forget that about how good she looked. What he'd do to her church going praying, faithful to his mother father.
Yeah, that
nasty motherfucker. What he'd do to that man's middle part.
From Richard Pryor.
I don't care who he got it from. You get a lot of things from a lot of people, but you take that specific line.
I'm more like my mother.
That nigga said, "You look so good, girl." I don't even want to say it. No,
finish it.
Because that's some fruity shit to say.
It's on your mind so much.
No, like you do that to date that girl. It's almost like you glad you're 17. You know what I mean? Like, damn, Biggie. You do that. Like, there's just some shit that I'm not going to do. Like, you look good, but I'm not doing that. You can cancel Christmas, bitch. If you think that I got to do that little nasty-ass ritual or fucking assignment to date you, arrivederci. Straight the fuck up, because I'm not going to do that shit. I'm not even thinking about it. Matter of fact, conversation over.
All right, let's try to move on. Let's move on to something else, man.
Nah, because he always
Cause
starts.
I just brought up J. Cole and this man
Went in the
I lit a
Biggie-
fire under him. He,
Nah, it ain't even that, man. But he's
yelling
not.
and screaming.
No, we're not doing that. We're not.
Nah, fuck North Carolina. She talk shit on North Carolina and everything.
Now you gonna get me, you know what I mean, you trying to get me touched down to North Carolina and shit like, nah, nigga, we heard what you said about us. And when I was like, no, it was clearly J. Cole by himself.
Well, he's us.
Right, that's basically it. But,
Him and Petey Pablo.
and Petey gonna save me. I'm like, well, what about me like a Petey Pablo? They're like, he was last year.
Petey had one song to his name.
All I'm saying is, we're not doing that. We ain't bringing that like that.
You lost the argument.
It's the craziest
It's
shit.
all right.
Listen, y'all at home, let these two bums know what it is.
As you listen to your J. Cole
Because y'all
album,
both know they're
that
gonna be
just
calling me.
dropped.
They gonna be calling me as soon as the show air like,
And it's
damn
on
Hill,
tour.
you was right. Me and Fat Joe think just alike. So like, talk it up with Joe.
Y'all Cap Joe.
Call it what you want.
PAC.
Call it what you want. Let me get a light,
And
bro.
Phil, PAC
It's Pac.
is spin that around to CAP.
Ooh.
I don't know. I did see Sexy Red fucking around with Michael Jackson's song. Y'all see that shit?
Kinda.
That was. I'm like, don't do it. Don't
Which
even-
song was it?
I don't even. I don't even know the name.
You know the clearance she would have to go through to get
I'm
that
telling
song.
you, she was doing it. I don't know if they're gonna actually release that horse shit, but it was terrible. Though I'm like, why are y'all letting her desecrate this man's song? That's how bad it is.
And here's the thing. Y'all want me to tell you who's in charge of making that executive decision?
His estate.
Jermaine.
Jermaine and his greasy head.
He's like, I don't think I'm clearing that. LaToya's like, you better not, Jermaine.
Yeah, her time is up.
Ooh,
Man.
you got a clip of that?
Yeah, hold on real quick.
Wax, how you
Trash.
feeling about that right now?
Femcs. This is why, like, you guys had your 5 minutes of fame because of shit like this.
How you feel Mike feels right now?
Mike is moonwalking in his casket right now.
Bruh, Mike is pissed right now. First of all, didn't a guy by the name of
Weird Al.
Yankovic come out with a song like Just Eat It? That rendition that Sexy Red just sang sounds like something that you would be singing at a bar. It sounds like a karaoke song. It was almost as horrible as what my man from California did the Keisha Cole song.
Right.
That I mean, no disrespect to the
Oh,
Crip
to
Nation.
Genesis.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
but that what you come on, bro. He's a beast too, man. He made that song, that Cut It song. That song was hot.
I still rock with some
You
of
did
this
what I'm
shit.
saying? He's a dope ass MC and an artist, but like when you start fiddling around in other genres just to make music,
Yeah.
you gotta
Like-
feed us.
She can't come up with something better than that.
Correct, man.
You know what
That's
I
the
mean?
best she got to offer after, it's been a known fact that women are in charge of hip hop right now.
And the fact that she named like some of her cosmetics like gonorrhea and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's over for Sexy Red. It's probably over for the female, honestly, because like who's left? Like you got Cardi B, and I ain't nobody checking for Cardi B. She fine, but I ain't nobody checking for her shit. Sexy Red, Nicki Minaj then went over and started acting crazy.
Right, Nicki Minaj, I don't even know if she's, she's retired, but, if she was to come back, would she be embraced?
Right, and then Glorilla's. That's about it though.
There's
So-
one more. There's
I mean, not Sweetie. Well, Sweetie, I guess,
Yeah,
and
she fell
Lotto.
Lotto.
what's old girl's name from New York? The one they keep saying is special.
Pink hair.
Scarlet?
With the Annie hair.
Ice Spice.
Ice Spice. Yeah, like they all fell off, man. Like
quick.
and-
That was quick.
yeah, like it hasn't been more than 3 or 4 years, and they're like they can't I almost cuss real bad, but like it's just done now. Like,
Yeah, but I've never, me personally, I never really got into female hip hop other than the greats. You know what I mean? Like the
MC
Salt and
Light.
Pepper, MC Light, Lauryn Hill, the greats. But after that, like, Lil Kim to a certain extent, Foxy. But then after that, it just turned
Man,
into.
let's not forget my boo Trina. I mean, not Trina, but let's not forget my boo from No Limit.
Mia X.
yeah, Lauryn Hill.
Like I said, but then it all turned and it just devolved into this shit that we're seeing. This is the devolution, the de-evolution of female hip hop. It's like they don't have nothing to say except eat it.
Who greenlighted that program, bro? Who greenlighted that?
I don't know. I doubt she'll get clearance on that one.
If Jermaine Greasy Head Jackson is listening, we will strip you of your black card
if you allow it.
Yeah,
and your Jackson card.
Yeah,
like, you have to, Tito will be in charge.
The new representative.
Right.
Like, so where's Janet at in a time like this?
Right.
Does she even want anything to do with it? Shit, where's Latoya?
Yeah, right.
Shit.
Right.
Somebody say something, do something. This is
not it. This is not it.
She's desecrating that song. What she's doing is she is taking that song, laying out the whole blueprint of that song, and taking a big dunk on it.
Right.
You don't do that to shit like that.
Mm-mm.
Beat It.
Come on, man.
That was one of his biggest hits, bruh.
And the funny thing is, she's not even hitting the right notes.
No, and it sounds offbeat.
Like, this is terrible.
Who she gonna have on that album with her? Silk?
Who knows?
Don't come around here. Don't ever come around. Like, seriously, like, who's gonna be featured on that beat, man? That shit is crazy.
This is
Lil Uzi Vert?
This is a mockery of hip hop in itself. Man.
It's a disdainment, man. Like, this is enough's enough, man. Enough is enough. We need pure hip hop back. And it don't have to be the way that it was. It just needs to sound better. See, here you go.
Thanks, J. Cole.
Thank you, Jay.
Yeah, I know one thing, man.
For still keeping the hip hop alive, the real hip hop alive.
That hotel's gonna be busy as hell.
We appreciate you, brother.
Oh Lord.
Anyway, did y'all speaking of the greats, like I watched an interview with Sheila E. And Sheila E was just dope.
She was
I know it's just
phenomenal.
random. I know it's just a random thing, but like, when she worked with Prince and Michael Jackson, she was the one doing like
the bells,
doing
their water cups.
Yeah,
that was like
at
with
the
Will.
beginning of that of one of Michael Jackson's. I forget what song was that? Don't Stop Till You Get Enough.
Yeah,
Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. That was her at the beginning. So like, shout out Sheila E. Sheila E was super bad,
man. She still is.
Still fine.
I give Sheila
Still
E a couple rounds.
What was that? What was the movie with her and Run?
It was
not Beat Street. Groove, Crush Groove.
Yeah, that's when I fell in love with her.
Hell yeah.
She had that little cut.
Yes.
She had that little haircut.
Yeah, she was different.
Yeah, she was.
And could play the drums, like, man, and was killing it.
But she
dancing.
was a musician, man.
Right.
Back then, Sheila E. would have gave you one, maybe 2 nights, and she'd have moved on. She's they're like guy musicians,
rock
man.
star.
Fucking right, man. If you think you was settling down with Sheila E. back in the 80s,
Right.
even if you knocked her up,
Right.
that wasn't going to happen.
Shit, Prince tried to. Prince proposed to her. She was probably like, all right.
Right. Sheila's the type of chick that can be like, it wasn't you, it was me. Or it wasn't me, it was you. I got to go.
Right.
Kiss you real passionately and then take off like,
Play the bongos on the way out the
right. And then all the doors just shut.
On their own. The doors are closed on their own.
That's ill, man, breaking up with Sheila E. But seriously, man, like, Sheila E. was one of those type of chicks that, like, she just wasn't settling down. She didn't want to be a house wife and, you know what I mean, like, sitting home making dinner and all that shit.
I mean, we don't know that.
My nigga, if she didn't take Prince up on that offer,
I mean, this is prime Prince though. Prince is probably chopping all kind of stuff down.
Yeah, but if Prince was willing to settle down for a half hour, you know what I mean? That's something. That's saying a lot.
Yeah, it lets you know.
Like, listen, I'm willing to, you know what I mean, cut
Right.
this shit short.
I'm willing to take these heels off.
Right. Prince would have had a pair of Stacey Adams on. He'd have been 4'2". He'd have been walking around the house all little and shit. Talking about, listen, I shaved this shit all down. He'd have been looking like a lawyer with them damn shoes on.
Right.
Straight up and down, man.
I'm willing to cut these heels off. I'm willing to put my ass back in these jeans.
That brother would have had regular pants on.
He had Wranglers on. I'm like,
Prince with Wranglers and some Stacey Adams because he couldn't wear sneakers. He was
Nah.
that's too. You're asking for too much.
Right.
He has to have that clonking sound.
Right.
But yeah, man, that's saying a lot. If she turned Prince down, she wasn't having it.
Right.
So you think an average guy, hey baby, I mean, I know we've been going together for a little bit of time now. You know, we got keys to each other's house. You think you might, you know, if I play my cards right, can I have you?
yeah, we'll see.
Hell yeah, she'll do the shit that Jerome Bettis did. Yeah.
What he did to you? Yeah. You got to tell that story now.
Bruh, I already told it a million
Tell
times.
it again.
Man. I
You don't
ain't
wanna
saying
hear
it.
it.
Fuck that shit, Wax.
Tell it again, please.
Nah, man, he's an asshole.
This man, tell him you saw Jerome Bettis.
Yeah, I saw him at this dinner and shit, man.
And what did you say to
I
him?
was like, Rome, man, you the man. You know what I mean? I've been a fan since I was a kid, but I used to even try to run like you, man. And as I was, you know, giving him all the accolades that I could give him, that motherfucker wasn't even listening or looking at me. That motherfucker was like, yeah. I'm like, you should have said that under your breath. So.
Oh, shoot.
That shit took Jerome Bettis down like 6 pegs, and he's probably the nicest person in the world. I just might have caught him on an off day.
Right.
You caught him around all them white folks.
Hell yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah. Watch out, Darky. I wasn't stroking his ego right.
Sheila.
That's who you call Sheila.
Sheila was killing him back in the day.
Bruh.
Give it up, Paris.
She had like a set of drums in front of her.
That's not settling down at all. Imagine just that right there with no clothes on. Bruh. And you know she was in shape. Look, nigga, back in the 80s with fat. I'm all hot and bothered watching it now.
And a rail of cocaine.
Nigga.
A couple rails to get you through.
Oh my God. I would have did nothing but been doing those two things and drinking root beer. Because that's the only thing that pairs with 80s cocaine is root beer. Straight up and down. And I wouldn't even know that because I was like fucking 6 in the 80s, man. But no bullshit, man. She was amazing to see.
So shout out Sheila E.
Shout out Sheila E. for everything that you've done for hip-hop, music, and my childhood. Because that was my first, my last, my everything.
Everything.
Well, fellas, you know what they say, though.
What's that?
All good things must come to an end. So, with that being said, we're going to come back to him, Wax. Same time, same location, dude. Different material. Peace.